That's good. I'm hoping that the community, is watching and gets that information and, follows that. What do we have in place in regards to inclement weather? Because obviously, it's at the Knights of Columbus, and if there's a lineup, it's going to be outside. And how do you prioritize that? Well, I'm in line, but it's raining out, and it's like I got kids, and how is there something that's set up for that, or?
I don't know. The person who is in charge of this is Sheila Arnold. We're going to have 10 nurses who are going to be available to do the vaccine, so we should be able to vaccinate a fairly large number of people in a fairly quick fashion. And we weren't anticipating what we're seeing in the news media in terms of these huge lineups snaking around several blocks. That being said, there must be some contingency plans, but I'll double check with her. We don't expect to see the same problems that they've seen in other communities. Some other communities have had, flawless vaccinations, and they went very smoothly, and people were, respected the groups. One of the advantages in Kahnawake is that we're doing in 5 days what the province is doing over 6 to 8 weeks, and so people are going to be able to get in much quicker than they are perhaps if they're living in the outside communities. And again, if we find that we run out of vaccines, or if we don't have enough, or we need to have more, we will get more. People are reassured there should be enough vaccines for everyone to be vaccinated who wants to be vaccinated.
And those 5 days are set aside just for people from this community?
So that's a little bit of a tricky question. So at Kateri, we have an open door policy in the sense that anyone who comes through our doors will be serviced. We don't turn anyone away. If our clients come to be vaccinated, they will be vaccinated. To us, what's more important are the priority groups. So if people meet the priority groups, they will be vaccinated.
The reason why I say that is it's a concern or a question that a lot of people in this community have. One, I guess, is that it's our community, and it's we're sort of like territorial when it comes to that. And I know a lot of people ask those questions, and they say, well, we're here. I'm not going to wait in line. And you're not from this community. Why do I have to wait? And
But they're still considered our clients. So we still service those clients, and they're considered our clients. So we've done it. But that being said, other sections in the province of Quebec and in Montreal, for example, have had to. They were checking the addresses on people presenting themselves because, well, their clinic was busy, so they went to the one that was across the city. Well, that's not an appropriate use of resources either.
That was going to be my next question, is that if somebody's in that situation and they've waited in line for so long and they can't, but they know Kahnawake has that, let's go there and we'll get it quicker.
Right. Well, we don't expect a huge influx of people coming in. But I think we're going to have to, it's a wait and see. We're going to have security, and we're going to have the PKs on site, so if it does get to be a little bit of an issue, then we'll have to address it. But I think if people present themselves and they, if we have a pregnant woman that comes from Chateauguay and she has a 6-month-old with her, well, you know what, we're going to vaccinate her because we think she's a priority, she's at risk of complications. If, she tags along, a whole bunch of other family members who aren't a part of the priority group, we may turn those people around, like what we did when we did our healthcare workers. We had a definition, and we vaccinated our healthcare workers, whether they were from or outside of the community. And I'm aware of healthcare workers that work here who've been vaccinated outside as well. So it goes both ways. But we've turned a few people away saying, listen, you don't fit the criteria today, you're not part of this group, that group, you'll have to come back. And for the most part, people have been understanding. And I expect that in general it's going to run very smoothly. Volunteers,
do you have enough?
We have enough, but if anyone wants to volunteer their time, they can contact Valerie Dybel, but I think she's already managed to get enough volunteers from our pool of volunteers at the hospital.
Well, good. I thank you very much, and I've heard you on different other medias talking about the virus and the flu and the influenza and everything that's going on in this community, and I think that the community should be well informed right now. Show up, please, for those clinics on those specific days that we talked about. The information is everywhere. If you don't, you can contact the hospital to get that information. And I'd like to thank you again very much for your time. I know that you're a busy person, not only at the hospital but dealing with this, and I appreciate it again. You've been watching On the Record. I'm your host, Michael Stalk. If you have any questions or comments surrounding this show or any other show, you can phone us at 450-632-NEWS. That's 450-632-6397. Or email us at mohawktv@hotmail.com. Yawa and Onigiwai.